going on, everybody? Saturday afternoon. I want to talk a little bit about something that's been on my mind here as I've been walking around this house today. And that's the key to a long-term marriage, man. If I have it figured out right, which I doubt I do. And I'm just going to tell you my theory on it. So I've been married to my wife. We're coming in on 4 years. We've been together coming in on 6 years. All right. When we first got together, it was all sunshines and rainbows. You know, tickle fights and rubbing each other's backs and feet and movie nights and going out to dinner. You name it, you know. And I think what happens in a long-term relationship is life happens. You get comfortable with one another. You get responsibilities. You know, when my wife and I got together, she was in undergrad. She worked at Burger King. She lived with her parents. When I came into the picture, I was in a halfway house. I'm someone that is in long-term recovery. So I was in a halfway house. I was working a part-time temporary job, making like $126 a week. So we didn't have anything else really that we had to focus on except for each other and being able to spoil each other. And we both have children from previous relationships. But she didn't have custody of her children at the time. I didn't have custody of mine, of course. I seen mom when I could. I was in a halfway house. Shortly after we moved in together, we got custody of her 2 children. So all of a sudden, I'm being a step parent. She's being a full-time parent. And as time went on, she graduated undergrad. She got a better job. I moved into a full-time position with the city that I live in. Now I've moved into a supervisory role. I've been there for a little over 5 years, 6 years almost. My wife went back to grad school. We had a baby. We have our own child together now. And along the lines, every one of my children has lived with us. Every one of our children has lived with us with the exception of one. So love means something different today. Don't get me wrong. 3 to 4 times out of 7 days a week, my wife or I will say something slick, hateful, or wrong to each other. That happens. Happens on a regular. We barely ever touch each other. We probably see each other 1 to 2 hours a day on the weekdays, possibly 1 day a week, 1 full day a week. And there's got to be a grocery store trip or some kind of something in the middle of that, okay? But the beginning of that relationship, all that cuddle time, all that tickle fight, all that cutesy-pootsy stuff that we do, that's what builds the solid foundation for what we're doing today, because what we're doing today is real life. See, couples give up on marriage too soon because they think, well, the romance is gone, the spark is gone. That's not true. That's not true. Our time's coming. When these kids are raised and they're out on their own and they're living their own lives, then we get to enjoy our lives. That's when we get to enjoy each other. See, the foundation is built on that time we spent together, getting to know each other. Our relationship is much more than intimacy. Our relationship is much more than sitting around watching a movie. It didn't dawn on me till the other day that she graduated grad school, that I do have the position I have, that we do have all these children. We've been to beach vacations. We've been to Unite to Face Addiction in D.C. We've been to D.C. a couple times. We've been on vacations. We're going on a cruise. We've done so many things together as a unit that I could never do these things by myself, and she could never do these things by herself, if she's honest with you. She's a hard-headed woman. She'll tell you she could, but, you know, we build up each other. We help each other. Too many relationships, man, they don't realize. They think something's wrong. It's falling apart. The marriage isn't good anymore because you're not having sex all the time, or you're not seeing each other all the time. That's not what marriage is. That's not what marriage is. If that's what you're in a marriage for, it's not going to last. Hate to tell you. A marriage is teamwork. It's a foundation. It's fundamental love. It's the love of, I'll do the laundry because I know you're tired. It's the love of, you take care of the dishes. And I'll cook. It's a 50-50. It's a trade-off. Actually, it's 100-100. If not, it's not going to work. We took my stepson a little trip to Cleveland after working yesterday. We drove 5.5 hours each way, went to a Cleveland Cavs game. We got home at a little after 4 o'clock this morning. Okay. This morning, got up, doing laundry, cleaning house. My wife's gone to see her father, who is in a rehabilitation facility right now because he had a stroke. And she's going to go visit her mother and make sure her mother's okay. We got to keep moving, you know? It's about our children at this point in our lives. We got to give these kids their time. Then our time's coming. So I'm telling you guys out there, if you're in a rough spot in a relationship, believe me, I understand. Stick it out. I'm one of those people, both professionally and personally, who needs positive affirmation. I guess that's how you say the word. Hell, I don't know. But you know what I'm saying. Like, I always need somebody to tell me I'm doing a good job. I need somebody to tell me they appreciate me. I need somebody to tell me thank you. I need to hear you're proud of me. I do that both at work and I do that at home. My insecurities are one of the biggest downfalls in my marriage. My own personal insecurities. And I'll tell you why. Because I have to trust my partner. I have to know that it's not that my partner doesn't love me. My partner does still appreciate me. My partner's still proud of me. But that foundation I was talking about earlier needs to serve as proof of that. She doesn't need to always tell me how great I am. I need to do things because I love her, not because I want a pat on the back. Think about that, guys. If you're in dark days in your marriage, hang on. It gets better. I promise. You guys have a good day. Check out some more of my videos. I'm just starting this thing, so I'm getting a little bit of the nervous jitters out of the way, trying to share about what I really think about and what I really feel. Let me get some feedback. Let me know if I should keep doing it or keep my thoughts to myself. You guys enjoy your weekend.